Hello dear viewer, I'm leesusss. Welcome back to the Talos Principle 2. I think we've done everything around here, haven't we? I think so. I think so. I thought I saw a question mark. No, we're alright. Okay, so we now need to head off to the next zone, whatever that might be. This was woodland, I think. Is that right? What's this one? This is Wooded Plateau. I'm just trying to remember what I called them, because I'm putting them in the YouTube with like, this is the answer for puzzles 1 to 4 in the wooded area. So I have to maybe change those. Wooded Plateau. Okay. And this is the Wetlands, which sounds delightful.
1K brought up an interesting question earlier.
Did I?
Where did all the tech in the labs come from? So, I had a look at the serial numbers. And it turns out the answer is New Alexandria.
Oh!
Oh.
The broken city.
Wow,
the destroyed city.
I guess that makes sense. After the explosion, the colony was abandoned. Nobody ever went back for all that stuff.
We had enough to deal with. So many dead.
So that's one question answered. But how did they go from scavenged Alexandria
Exactly.
to all this?
How did we go from nothing to where we are now? Through the application of reason and the right tools.
Yeah, but our build is a lot more minimal than what they've got here. You need something really spectacular to build that. And I'm back to the nanites again. Someone please clean this canopy. It's really frustrating me, the dirt all over this canopy. Oh my god, it's a giant star. Well, that's quite amazing. I'm distracted now. That's even more impressive than the previous structures. Wow. It's got to be nanites or something to build like this bigger structure. Just feed them materials and then they go, boom, here you go. Here's your stuff. Wow.
Look at the size of that structure.
How does the material support so much weight?
Yes.
Is it the same stuff as the other buildings?
Yeah. I know it looks like some type of concrete, but the molecular structure is completely different. Whatever it is, it's a lot stronger and less brittle.
Are the labs made out of the same material?
No, that's just ordinary concrete. Although, it does have some molecular weirdness going on too. Too little variation in the grain.
Yeah, because that, I mean, I don't know much about architecture, but we can all look at that and go, that wouldn't hold itself up without some serious, you know, I don't know, metal supports or something through it, like anchored into the bedrock. Who knows? Okay, my theory, so the labs are built out of one thing and this is built out of something else. Therefore, the labs, although advanced technology, made whatever made this. Yeah? That was the point. Okay, with the usual stuff. Let's just go and find number 1, shall we? And we'll keep an eye out for everybody else. How's everybody else getting here, by the way? I guess there's multiple, you know, little carts you can use. What be the new technology over here then? There'd be something new, wouldn't there? A new feature. I did like it when they had new features. Lovely. Is this number 1? It is number 1. Oh, this has got the style of this here. It's very Art Deco. I like Art Deco. I like Gothic as well, but I also like Art Deco. But this, though, is not. This is a completely different form. At least the other one was like a Gothic cathedral, and then some of the stuff looked similar to that. But yeah. Well, this is still quite raw, though. Okay. Inversion. What do we got? We've got one of these new doodads, haven't we? An inverter. So that just turns whatever colour it is into something else. So this will make blue. Correct. Yeah, there you go. But what if you feed... Can you feed multiple beams into it? Or other stuff? Who knows? Okay. We need another one. We've got 2. Can we connect to more than one? We probably can. So we do red to that. Yeah, what if we do 2? You get white light. It's got, yeah, it flashes white. I wonder if white light's ever needed. Don't know. We're on the basic test at the moment, aren't we? We're on the basic learn from whatever. So we've got blue from here. We want to make red. Yeah, easy peasy on the first one.
I think about New Alexandria all the time. But realizing this place was built on its bones just brings it all back even more.
Oh well,
We were so optimistic when we started. So full of ourselves. Thought we could accomplish anything. And then, in one single moment, it was all gone.
Very sad.
I remember a flash, and then just lying there, realizing that my legs had melted.
Oh.
I tried to pull myself away from the fire, but the servos in my arms were broken. If Eustathius hadn't found me, sorry. Just some old scars.
Very traumatic. Imagine that as what? Imagine being a creature like us who can live potentially for an incredibly long time, but you can build up so many more scars in the process. You could be virtually destroyed to nothing, and then we've still got minds like an original biological human. That a mind can break, you know. Hi, Melville.
What is it?
Yeah, tell me about New Alexandria.
New Alexandria. What a mess. It was an attempt to start a new city, but it went about as sideways as it goes. Gas explosion, more than 30 dead, unrecoverable. Al was there for the whole thing.
Why would so much tech from New Alexandria be here?
Because the whole place was abandoned. Byron insisted that we had to rebuild, but for the survivors, it was just too traumatic to deal with. So I guess that stuff was just lying around for someone to pick up.
There shouldn't be any other someone, should there? Also, that gives me an idea of the timeline now. So New Alexandria happened a while ago, but it still happened while New Jerusalem existed. Therefore, this has been built in that time period. Yes? There's something over here, by the way. Another figure? We've got more mourning. So we had the... Remember, the other figures we saw before were crying and weeping. And I thought they were doing it at the tank that rusted in the ground that we saw there. But maybe it's something to do with the people in New Alexandria. It's the loss from that. Some sort of echo going on of the loss of the people at New Alexandria. Is that why? I don't know. Wild supposition, as I often do. Energy maintenance. Okay, we've got an inverter. Sure. So we're going to give us a lack of resources? Is that what you mean by maintenance? Okay, we've got a red to a red. Sure. We need to turn that into a blue. So we don't... Yeah, so we need a blue. We need to carry the blue over to here then, don't we? Correct? Right, come on, brain. You can do this. You're not really thinking very hard at the moment, me. I get that feeling that I'm not thinking very hard. I'm not really focused. So we could do with the inverter over here, I think, actually. I think maybe we need the inverter here. Oh! Oh, hold on. This might be a problem, actually. God damn it. Everything was blocking each other. I'm worried about clashing over here is what I'm worried about. No, actually, we're alright, look, see? There we go. Yeah. Ah. Very nice. Easy peasy lemon squeezy for the first ones. New interface content. The research we have. Do we have anything new on research? You're telling me I've got something new. Something new here. But we haven't though, you've only got this. Okay. Don't tell me there's something when there isn't something. Casting advice? Oh, cat sitting advice. I'm cat sitting Yakut's cat and he just pees on everything. Yeah, exactly. You have to clean this. I've never had a cat. Okay, but this is what I know about animals as far as you've got to clean up the smell. It's the same with if like a dog likes to poop in a particular place, but you don't want it happening there. You have to make it happen somewhere else. And a cat will, or an animal, will continue to do something where its smell is the same. Yeah, so you clean it up very well. Make sure Bruce isn't distressed. Bruce is just a bastard. He loves peeing on anything electrical, chewing on cables, and generally just breaking stuff. I warned you, Pellegrino. I could have given him to Neath, but she's used to him. But he's so fuzzy and I love him. Ah, cats. Little bastards. And in case you're wondering, parrots. Pretty much the same. Very similar. If a parrot likes you, you're probably okay to a degree. If a parrot doesn't like you, and they're a bastard, and they're all bastards, then you're going to have a bad time. Even with little tiny parrots. Oh, okay, we can do one of these along the way. Not do them all for later. What we got here? Founding. From Hypatia's Journals, Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem. We broke ground on the first of the permanent structures today, a large hall that will eventually be converted into a performance and exhibition space. My idea. Although, for now, we'll use it as a workshop. Very familiar. It's like Dwarf Fortress when you build a space here, you know, who knows what it might be in the future. Right now, it's whatever we need it to be, because it's the one structure we've got. It's strange, this place. There's a lot of open space, and I didn't think I would find it so unusual, but I suppose we spent more time at the dam than was originally planned, and now it's difficult to get used to not having that low ceiling over our heads. It's probably just me. Byron loves being outside and is always volunteering for scavenging missions. Lithrasir usually tags along, although he seems more fascinated with observing nature and various weird creatures. At night, I sometimes catch myself standing by the door, not because I have guard duty, just watching the stars. It's oddly comforting to think they've always been there. Well, they haven't always been there, you know. Some of them have changed quite a lot, obviously. That they watched our ancestors standing where I now stand. Oh, there's Miranda again, the little figment that we saw before, whatever she is. We finished setting up the external side of the lake. The area is so stunning. Oh, to 5358. Why is... We've seen 5358 a few times before. Is that a code, or is that just... somebody's called 5358? Anyway. We forgot about the experiment for a while and went for a long walk. The ways in which all the different aspects of nature interact with each other are endlessly fascinating to me, and the sheer variety of living things, even on a simple green meadow. Sadly, we then stumbled onto the carcass of a deer that had been torn apart by wolves. It must have suffered enormously, and thinking about that made me feel truly terrible. There is so much pain in nature. Okay, so these guys are clearly far more relaxed about the open world and nature, or at least more naive about it, than our early exploratory people, Athena and the others, who were very scared by the deer and were putting guards out. These guys just go for a walk. But then they then feel that there's so much pain in nature. And that's true. If you're a very sensitive soul, I guess you could feel that, but also to recognise that nature is natural, and to have that negative opinion about nature almost makes you feel like you want to change it. ecosystem engineers. Cutting down swaths of trees. I don't want to say swathes, but it's swaths. Swaths of trees for their building projects, thoughtlessly causing radical changes to large environments and forcing local species to adapt to their artificial habitats. These are the traits of a species of intelligent, industrious, and extremely impactful ecosystem engineers. Humans? No, I'm talking about beavers. Beavers are great engineers. Like us, beavers transform their environments via building, and their actions have real consequences, creating vast wetlands that some species thrive in while others die. Human activity is very similar. We too are ecosystem engineers, and we too benefit some species while harming others. Everything about this is completely natural, including the damage to other species. After all, that's what competition and evolution is all about. Those species that adapt to the ecosystems we create will, over the coming millennia, become the core of a new biodiversity, and so evolution runs its course. If we don't like the result, if we think something species should be preserved despite being outcompeted, well, that's anything but natural. It is, however, very human. And Miranda says it's fascinating how so much of what we do is common in animals, but furthered enormously by our intelligence and our ability to remember. Through us, the universe strives to a greater level of complexity. Does the universe have the capacity to strive for anything? We must be careful to avoid projecting human values onto the cosmos. Yes, avoid anthropomorphizing things. Death is not really a figure in a black cowl. You know, that's a very human thing, though. What was I going to say here as well? But you know, it's funny because generally beavers are a stabilising factor on the environment, but I guess that's a view for beavers are good at reversing the crap that we do, the damage that we cause. Right, there and back again. Oh, that's a familiar sound. That sounds like a good title for a book. Or a good alternative title for a book. Okay. So if we unlock this, which I assume we can do with this, what we can do, if this was an inverter, we could, if this was a, what do you call it? If this were a connector, we could put it there and then keep this gate open by taking that beam. But it isn't. But we can do this though. No, we can't. We need to hold this gate open. And we need to get that RGB converter. So can I switch? Can I switch these two over? I can, of course I can, look. Ah. But not like this though, because these beams are in the way, so I need to do that and then put that over here so it's out the way. And I'll do that. Oh, I've not created enough. No. No. I need to create... What sort of angle do I need here? This needs to be even further over. Right out the bloody way. Right. Then we can do this. And then we can... We want to take this, don't we? That's a red, isn't it? Yeah, that's a red. So we want to take this. And we do that, to that, to that. Also, by the way, this only does reds and blues, doesn't it? Yeah, it doesn't do anything with greens. I'd like to play around and see what it does with greens, but I can't, can I? Right, let's put this through here. I want this through here. Now, I've got to grab that, but I need to keep this open. So I need to do... Hold on. I need to have continuity. I need to keep... I need to have blue carried through. I need red and blue to make green. So therefore... this is going to go to here. And it's going to receive... it's going to receive red. And it's going to need... it needs blue. But this is an inverter. So that will turn the... am I overthinking this? What am I doing here? Overthinking it, like I said. I don't know what I was trying to do there. Overthinking it. Bad brain.
Good. Let's get some measurements from this particle cloud.
Oh, hello, Bun Buns. Come back here. Oh, I can't. I shouldn't be able to keep up with a bunny. I must be really fast. The Num Num music's back. It's my favourite. Number 4. Here we go. Hopefully I should be able to complete number 4. Typically, I can complete about 4 of the first puzzles in one video. Depending on how good my brain is being. Refraction. We have red, blue. That's the only thing we've got right now. Therefore, blue becomes red. And then we grab... then we've got to flip it back the other way, probably. So we're going to receive on this one. We need to have receive red on this. And we're going to put blue into it. But we can't go through these fences. Can we? So let's take from here and output to there. And we'll grab this one. What? Oh, we just got the red in here, haven't we? Okay. And we want to take the... I'm overthinking things again. I need the red to make a blue. That'll keep that gate open. There we go. And I've got blue from here. That becomes blue over there. There we go. Right. Oh. Hello there, Al. How are you doing? Looks like you've been having a hard time at this one.
Everything okay?
Everything's okay with... oh, you see the Bun Buns go past there? I wanted to ask her how you were doing, Al, because you're being upset by the recent thoughts about New Alexandria. What do you make of Pandora?
It's pretty clear to me that she doesn't want us to proceed with what we're doing.
Yeah, knickers to her.
I find that deeply concerning. That said, there are clearly other forces at play here as well, so I'm trying my best to remain open to a more positive interpretation.
Oh. What she might want is very different from if she can do anything about it. One of these beings... it could be a test.
It could be.
Independence again.
or we've just stumbled into something that's none of our business. We'll find out, I guess.
We had to rebel against Elohim to get here in the first place. Yeah, that's what Athena had to do. So there you go.